a typical Saturday in the small community of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, there's a spirit in the air, an enthusiasm which is hard to deny.
And each one of us has talents that we can reach out to help each other in various ways.
This isn't any typical repair garage. These mechanics are repairing vehicles with a vengeance, as if on a mission. There is an inner drive here at Jim Frederick's Lake Elmo Repair, and it certainly isn't money. You see, these people are all volunteers for Christ.
What I do is open up my shop on Saturday. There are some of my men that are involved in it now, not all of them. And we just work with church volunteers from churches all over the St. Croix Valley that come in, and we just repair cars for anyone that's in need. Frequently it's single mothers that are really in need.
The name of the group is the Christians in Action, and their program, Car Care Saturday, has recently drawn national recognition. It is a volunteer-based program which really does encompass a spirit.
Basically, it is a Christian outreach program, and the idea was to just go out and help people that have kind of fallen between the gaps in our welfare and church movements, the single parent, somebody like that. The last thing that ever gets really cared about is their cars.
The person that we're really trying to reach would be those that are just barely making it, that are hanging on, and we're trying to do what we can to ensure that they just don't fall through the cracks in the safety net that's out there.
So many single parents, so many women struggling to get off public aid and establishing their jobs, and so many people and men saying to us, this came at just the right time for me when I desperately needed transportation for a new job or to keep a job I had. It makes you feel really good, and you meet wonderful people. It puts faces with all the problems out there that you read about in the newspapers.
Single parents, especially mothers, are often in serious need of transportation and the needed upkeep it requires. They need a car to go to work, but cannot afford the repairs that are needed to keep the vehicle on the road. Without a car, a domino effect follows, causing problems with their jobs and, of course, escalating their financial problems.
Well, currently I live in a place where they don't have bus service, and I've got two little kids. I've had my car break down. I brought it in for repairs. At the time, I don't think I was working, but I still needed transportation to the grocery store, doctor appointments, etc. I've bettered myself where I can work a job now, and obviously I need transportation to that. I don't have anybody to fall back on or rely on. I've had a bad experience in the past where I can't take out a loan, and I don't have the cash. So the program has helped me a great deal in getting on my feet, getting a job, and getting somewhere in life once again.
It's filling a need that probably isn't being met by anyone else right now. And as pastoral minister, I do work a lot with poor people who come for emergency funds, or we have a food shop, so they come in for that. And I'm always happy to be able to tell them if they tell me about their car problems. I'm really happy to be able to tell them about Car Care Saturday.
I'm not a trained pastor, I want to make a difference in people's lives, and this is something that I can do. I already have a shop. Yet I just marvel at the fact that God can take greasy, scarred-up hands and make a difference in someone's life, not just fixing cars, but it's the change in attitude they have. When you help someone, it really touches them.
They fixed it, and I've been happy, and so I decided that the reason I stayed coming and fixing food was because of the fact that I saw that they had a need, and I said, oh, I can fill that, I can do that. So I did it.
The Car Care Saturday program is in no way just fixing vehicles. It is the Christian spirit helping people in other avenues of their lives. Things such as food and clothing giveaways, furniture giveaways, and financial managing seminars are all aspects of this unique program. An extremely effective program which is operated solely by volunteers.
I feel compelled to do it because I want to be directly helping people. It's easy to just send my money somewhere and say, here, I'm helping people, but I'm not really truly helping. I'm not giving of myself. I'm not here in person. So it's really important to me to be helping someone one-on-one.
A part of the church is service. I think of those passages from Scripture. When, Lord, did we see you hungry? When did we see you naked? And Jesus comments, when you did it to one of the least of these. And I think that's what Car Care Saturday is about, getting involved.
When somebody has a need, they can fill it. And they can fill it to the glory of God. Whereas if they were called upon to lead a worship service, which people normally think of as serving God, they couldn't do it, wouldn't do it. This is a way to allow people to serve God in their area of competence, in their area of comfort, and yet it's a remarkably important ministry. Stories come out of it about people in tears saying, no one ever cared this much. And so it's a hands-on demonstration of the warmth that comes from knowing God expressed between people.
How do we make the best use of our dollars? And we talk about a budget, that bad word. If you can teach them the scriptural principles behind finances, then they're going to know the why. Most people do not realize that when income equals outgo, that's a big danger sign. That's where the problems really start. God's given each one of us different talents. So just go do it, whatever your talent happens to be.
There definitely is a just do it attitude with this group. The program started up 3 years ago with a simple idea. What can we do to show Christ's love for one another? The cost is minimal, and with the magnificent support of contributions and volunteers, the idea snowballed.
As the motto goes, just do it. It was just a group of people that got together. And car care can start that way. You don't necessarily need to go out and get a garage and have 6 stalls and train professional mechanics. You can just start it simply in the parking lot of a church, and little things, check belts, check the air and tires, change oil.
The goal of this pioneer effort is to spread this idea across the country. This is a program which encompasses the Christian spirit, a program which takes on a major problem head on, and one which is basically easy to start up.
Well, let's talk about our brochure then. What are the numbers so far?
It provides so many different opportunities for people to be involved and to be served. It's not just car care, but the food and the clothing and the furniture and the home care. I mean, all of those areas provide opportunities for people to get involved. And from what I've seen in my work, that is often the thing that we need the most is to help people give and serve each other.
I'm thankful to God that we have had the opportunity to become involved in a small way by supporting Car Care Saturday.
It really makes me feel as though there are people that are really out there hearing God's voice and taking the scriptures that call us to extend ourselves to one another. People are taking those calls from God literally.
I'd say it's lay-led, it's lay-driven. It doesn't need the pastor. He doesn't have to start it. He doesn't have to sweep up after it. More than that, it is a way in which individuals can provide opportunities for real spiritual growth for other people.
With the undying support of an extremely enthusiastic group of volunteers, the Car Care Saturday program, on average, fixes over $1,600 worth of repairs on vehicles a month, with a cost of donated dollars of $400. It also has given away a number of vehicles to people. Besides the transportation issue, the program has donated thousands of dollars worth of clothing, furniture, and food. The program's popularity has outgrown everyone's expectations.
I guess that's really our goal, is to get it duplicated, because we desperately need other churches, other groups to be doing this, because we simply can't repair all the vehicles that are coming to us in this. I mean, we're doing the whole Twin City area now, we just can't run it through. We simply can't handle the number of calls, We've got 100 people waiting right now, and we can't expect them to wait for 6 months to get their car repaired. None of us could possibly wait that long. We would really like to motivate other churches or groups or whatever to do the same thing. We're willing to help them, to show them, to counsel them in any way we can. And it's such a marvelously effective program that we really want to share this joy of giving, I think is what I would call it, because that's what the volunteers experience. That's what they That's why they come back. You know, there's a real joy in doing something of value for someone else.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. This has got to be a godsend for everyone. There should be tons of these all over the country.
I get a really good feeling out of helping people that they're in the shoes I used to be in, you know? I mean, I've been there, and I enjoy helping them.
People who maybe normally wouldn't be active in the church can be very active this way. They can feel comfortable. They can see an accomplishment.
I guess I take Scripture seriously, you know, when it says to make a difference, don't just say, God bless you, have a good day, but to do something about it. And this was a way to really make a difference in people's lives. It was a way that I could live out the Scripture in my life.
The idea of Car Care Saturday in Lake Elmo, Minnesota is hopefully just the tip of the iceberg for programs like this. It truly encompasses the Christian spirit, and perhaps can be best summed up by the words of Assistant Pastor Rick Townsend Anderson.
A young woman saying, "No one ever cared enough to give me a hand where I hurt. You people care."